What is happening? Welcome to the Plus Pitch Podcast, your morning pitching podcast from PitcherList.com. My name is Nick Pollock, and today is April 14th. 14th? No, what? It's the 18th. And yes, we're going to talk about baseball. Oh, happy Friday. It was not Monday anymore, and it's now Friday. Oh, enjoy the weekend. Have a great time. We have aces going today. So many good games. Reagans versus Job. Oh my gosh. Wheeler versus Alcantara. But yesterday wasn't an ace getting the lead. No, it was this guy, Griffin Canning. He went Canning ballin'. Yeah, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. 16 whiffs against the Cardinals. So here's the thing. I've been really out on Griffin Canning because what I've seen is essentially the same guy that we saw last year. The same disappointment of changeups and sliders and four-seamers kind of taking a step back, which is good because it's not very good four-seamer, but it's a lot of like dancing with a disco of just sliders kind of showing up and then changeups kind of being around. And this was a little bit different. This was actually Griffin Canning executing the Blake Snell blueprint of not focusing sliders just over the plate and up and middle, which I normally see from him. He actually got the thing down, which is kind of cool. Changeups also down to lefties. And then you have the four-seamer going upstairs a bit. It worked. There was even a new cutter that I think went 4 for 5 foul balls in the ball. So 80% strikes, all foul balls there, which is interesting. The 15 over 45 CSW with 7 whiffs for a four-seamer that generally gets hit pretty hard is not really something that adds up in my view. And I see this as a, whoa, hey, cool, this is a dentist, something that shows up and doesn't stay around for long. That's how I feel about this one with Griffin Canning. I am okay if you really want to go after this and believe that Canning can continue to be successful. But for me, he's just Canning fodder. Okay. Andrew Heaney, 7.1 innings of 0 runs. That's another good start from Andrew Heaney. 5 hits, 2 walks, 4 Ks. You got to start against the Nationals. It is the Angels next. If you want to keep going with it, sure. I don't really think he's actually at his peak of four-seamers and changeups. It's a sub 90 mile per hour four-seamer. But when you're on a roll, you just kind of Vargas rule it, and I get it if you want to do that against a weakish club like the Angels. JP Sears against the White Sox. Look, if you streamed him because it's the White Sox, you got what you wanted. You got a win. You got 6 shutout innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. This was hilarious. He didn't face a single left-hander. And JP Sears just filled up the strike zone to all, of course, the right-handers with sweepers and four-seamers. It's just a complete smattering of everything. There's no real guidance to what he did. He returned 1 whiff on 100 pitches, a 1% swinging strike rate. Oh my gosh. But 19 called strikes. It's really nice when you throw 100 pitches and I see percentages. And it's like, oh, 20% CSW, but 1 whiff. That means 19 called strikes. Good job, Sears, I guess. You don't want to go with that. Reese Olson against the Royals finally gave us a good one. 5 innings, 0 runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts, 10 whiffs, 30% CSW. That's nice. We can exhale for a second, but the slider isn't quite there. The changeup was really good. I was able to spot the sinker away to right-handers, which I still don't love. I want it to be inside, but that's me. As long as that command is there, fine, with the slider coming off, but the slider just wasn't really doing the thing. That's actually supposed to be the best pitch for Reese Olson. Not the changeup. It's supposed to be the slider. What? No. You have the Padres next. I don't know if I have confidence in Reese Olson having everything polished and refined and being the pitcher we know he can be. So I'm a little worried about this right now. He's acting like a hipster, headache-inducing pitcher, stifling the entire roster. Not one of those, oh, cool, Hollies, you're fine. It's frustrating at the moment. Eduardo Rodriguez, I know he had that, what was it, 12 strikeouts? Yeah, you now have a 9 strikeout game. But he had 10 hits. This was against the Marlins, 1 earned run, 5.1 innings, 0 walks. So here's the thing. That's pretty much a 2 whip, right? Even with 0 walks. But the ERA is good. The 9 strikeouts, you got to win against the Marlins. You're fine with it. It's kind of a dusty donut. This was a game of four-seamers being really well commanded upstairs. The cutter inside to righties looked very good. He does get the Rays next. I'm not like super confident about it because I feel this was a bit of blaming on the Marlins and all of that. Changeup wasn't that great. But, you know, fine. He's a Toby at this point. Like, you just start him against the Rays. I'm going to have his questionable. I know it's kind of wild, but yeah. Trevor Williams, never Trevor. Cool. Even against the Pirates, and yeah, sure, 1 earned run in 5 innings, but who cares? Will Warren, this is kind of funny. 1.2 innings of 1 earned run, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout against the Rays, 53 pitches. So 6 base runners, not fun, right? 1 strikeout. How am I supposed to butter my bread with this? Fine. You can just ignore this start just completely. Be like, oh man, this is inefficient. This wasn't, the fastball didn't get all the strikes. Now, if you remember last start, I noticed something about Will Warren. I was like, whoa, hold on a second. His vert went up, but his attack angle was lower. And that attack angle going to 1.4 from 1.1 is a big difference. And I said, okay, if you can maintain these, this is a big change, because Will Warren is not supposed to be a 4-seamer guy. He's supposed to be a sinker, slider, change guy, maybe some curves. And to see a 4-seamer that actually is okay means that he can deal with lefties better than usual. But Nick, he had a terrible start. Sure, Will Warren was not good doing that. But he did get a 1.4 height adjusted VA again on this start. So that's 2 in a row. The arm angle change looks real. The vert, though, was lower. So that's a little okay. Not so much. I'm encouraged by this. This is a better 4-seamer at that lower arm angle. So he gets the Guardians next. I'm actually going to take a chance on that because I still think that Will Warren is doing something that should help him long term. But yeah, this is really frustrating. At least it didn't hurt you so much. It's not like 1.2 innings and 7 earned runs or something like that. You just get a little bit of a ding on the whip and you move on. Christopher Sanchez looked like an ace. 25 whiffs, 41% CSW with 12 strikeouts in 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 1 walk. Oh my gosh. So first of all, 4 hits, good job. I care about that the most with Sanchez. You got to have fewer hits than innings. Just do that. You'll have few enough walks that that'll be fine. Now, how did he do this? 2 things. 1, he didn't throw incessant sinkers. It was pretty much all against righties in general here. And he pulled back on the sinker usage to throw 50 changeups. 50 for 22 whiffs. That's a 44% swing strike rate on his changeup. 52% usage. It was just so good. I mean, oh my gosh. Do the Logan Webb. This is great, Sanchez. Sure, you faced more righties. Fine. Slider wasn't actually as good as it was in the last game. But yeah, this probably will work because the sinker is the problem. The sinker goes over the plate too much, allows too many hits. Whip goes up. Throw Tom changeups instead. It's better. Do that. Cool. Tomoyuki Sagano had a great one. Got the win against the Guardians. 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 0 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He could be a Toby in the future, but I don't really think this is sustainable in this one. Yeah, the sweepers and sinkers against righties, the splitter and curve against lefties, it's fine. Like, none of it is very sustainable and amazing. So I'm like not interested. I'm just not touching this. Emerson Hancock got a good game on the books. Congrats, buddy. You didn't get a win. 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 0 walks, 4 Ks. You get the gold star. I'm happy. That's awesome. And the changeup was more tempting, even though we got 50% strikes. It was better, and the sinker was decent enough command-wise. Cool. Do not start the guy. Brady Singer against the Mariners, 4.1 innings of 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, 6 Ks. Man, he does not do the 4-seamer and cutter approach that I wanted him to see. He got 17 called strikes as he terrorized lefties actually inside with a pitch. It was really cool. Didn't face too many righties, and the slider didn't get as many whisks because he's probably throwing against more lefties than righties. I get that. But then where's the cutter and the 4-seamer? You gotta work those in a little bit more. And I think then it might work. 32% CSW still fine, but Brady Singer is just like, no, you show us in the beginning and then you don't do it moving forward. It's kind of what he did last year too. I'm less encouraged about Singer. I guess he's just kind of a Toby, and that's that. Kumar Rocker had himself a game. And did he do something different as he went 7 innings with 8 strikeouts? Got the win against the Angels? Well, I'm going to tell you that after this break. So Kumar Rocker in previous games was throwing sinkers, not 4-seamers, and curves, not sliders. Well, he went 7 innings, 300 runs, 5 hits, 0 walks, and 8 strikeouts with 15 whiffs, 37% CSW, and just 78 pitches against the Angels. Whoa, that is crazy efficient. How did he do that? He threw 58% sliders. The curve, gone. I love this. It's like Kumar Rocker is doing exactly the thing I yell about in a good way. Like I yell, like, what are you doing? Don't do this, do this. And he goes, fine, I'll just do that, whatever. And completely got rid of the curveball that showed up. I was like, I don't understand why this is here. And the slider is now here. And 12 or 45 whiffs, 47% CSW on that slider. There you go. Now, he split his fastball between four-seamers and sinkers. The four-seamer had strikes upstairs, and the sinkers fell over the plate and were more hittable. He's not going past 96, though. It's sitting underneath. It's like 95 and change, which is a little annoying. But I do like the larger focus of sliders and four-seamers for Kumar Rocker. And I will also mention this was a start without many lefties. Kumar Rocker's biggest weakness are left-handed batters. He does not command that slider nearly as well. The fastball does not command that one. So I can understand the curve showing up for that, which it didn't. But he dominated right-handers with that 58% slider usage, which is still just absolutely insane to me. I feel like this is weird I feel as if Kumar Rocker just did this random thing and it worked and it should stick around for next time, but you never really know. Also, facing more right-handers, I think maybe more comfortable to do this. I'm a little questionable about the next one against the Athletics. That's a tougher offense, and he likely will do something different again because rarely do guys do things different and do one thing that works and then never go back. It usually is like a feel thing, and I hate that. Andre Palante against the Mets, 6 innings, 4 earned runs, 7 hits, 0 walks, and 2 strikeouts against the Mets. You got nothing that you liked. I guess 1.17 whip. But yeah, he's just too boring. He doesn't do enough. Not enough juice for the squeeze. Davis Martin, who has 2 first names and 2 last names, so I'm going to call him Mr. Foreman. Man? I don't know. Foreman, man. Yeah, don't go with him. The kick change everyone likes to talk about and the slider, it's just like, it's too inconsistent. He does have those peak games, but it's not worth it, especially when you pitch for the White Sox, who are not going to give you the support you need. You have Michael Lorenzen being Michael Lorenzen, so don't start Michael Lorenzen. 4.2 innings of 4 earned runs, 7 hits, 3 walks, and 3 Ks. I can understand in a desperate quality start league. That's not this. Yeah, that's not what we're talking about generally. Jack Ahanowitz, oh man, he was a jack of no trade, as he just did not have good sinker command. And the four-seamer and the slider were not pitches that were really tempting either. He had 4.2 innings of 4 earned runs, 8 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. How am I supposed to butter my bread with this? That is not the world that we want to live in. Sorry, Jack Ahanowitz. I really want you to be good, but it's just not it right now. Edward Cabrera showed up against the Diamondbacks. That's the second start of the year. 4 innings, 5 earned runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. The good news is that the curve was really good, and he threw 46% sliders to right-handers. That's really good. You want to throw those sliders to right-handers. I've been encouraging that for a lot. He only threw 12 sliders and only 42% strikes on them because he only faced about, was it 20 and change pitches against right-handers? A lot more lefties. So the changeup got beat a ton. The four-seamer was absolutely destroyed. Now, he still had 33% CSW, and that's cool. But I need to see a longer stretch of the slider really working out and him showcase that he can still take down lefties. Jordan Hicks, I have a lot to talk about. Same with Tanner Bybee. So I'm going to go to Taj Bradley first. The cutter was not good against the Yankees. And 600 runs, 5.1 innings. It's just Taj Bradley, guys. He's a hipster, headache-inducing pitcher, stifling the entire roster. 9 hits, 4 walks, 3 Ks. I really don't think it's worth it for the full season in 12 teams. You just don't know when it's going to go well. Tanner Bybee, 5.2 innings of 600 runs, 5 hits, 4 walks, and 5 Ks against the Orioles. 58% strike rate with just 3 over 26 whiffs. He doesn't have the hero pitch on that cutter. It's just so annoying. I want that cutter to be better than a 56% strike rate, and it has to go more than 3 whiffs. And he just looks lost right now. The four-seamer did not get strikes. 45% strikes. What? That is not good. So Tanner Bybee has just not looked like himself. He got a rough start of it with food poisoning and then never got back on the horse. He gets the Yankees next. I am benching for that one. I'm going to stash, but yeah, it might be a good buy low for Tanner Bybee because you have to think at some point something's going to get corrected. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe he's hiding that injury. I don't know. I'm not really seeing the signs of it, save for just lack of command. But yeah, things are not good in Tanner Bybee land. And it's so annoying because it's the first season I was actually in on Tanner Bybee. And I'm just getting burned for that. I had good reason. The cutter was also really good. Ugh. All right, last but not least here is Jordan Hicks. Because I imagine a lot of people want to drop Jordan Hicks. He's not looked that great since the Astros start. And this was against the Phillies. He has had bad matchups. I mean, we had the Yankees and the rain and everything was the last one. And this was the Phillies. So you see the line of 7 innings, 5 earned runs, 6 hits, 4 walks, 5 Ks. You're like, this is terrible. 105 pitches. But then if you notice, he allowed all 5 runs in the first inning. All of them. All right? And then he went 6 shutout innings. And if I just said to you, yeah, guy went 6 shutout innings, then that's a different story, right? It's not like he's just completely laboring throughout a start. It's that he had a problem, tweaked it, and then he actually pitched really well for 6 innings. That should showcase at least some sort of faith that he can do, perform well in the future, right? But you want to know what's wild is that when you think about Jordan Hicks, there are really 2 factors that say that, hey, you're going to not be good today. One is a low strike rate. And you know what? That was here. It was a 52% strike rate and a 15% CSW on the sinker, not the splitter and the sweeper, which are usually the bad strike ones. And it was a 62% strike rate sweeper. No, the other thing is velocity. And remember the first one, he was sitting 97 to 98 or so. And then we were worried that we're going to see like 96, 95 as we have in previous years. Jordan Hicks didn't sit 95. He didn't sit 96. He didn't sit 97. He didn't sit 98. He sat 99 miles per hour on his sinker. But 52% strikes, yeah, it might have been something where he just kind of unleashed and that worked after the first inning. So go ahead. If you want to drop the man, if you want to rage quit, I have no problem with that. I think a lot of people get upset at me when I tell people that they should keep holding when they're not doing well. I think that's honestly the most common thing that people get upset with me at, because it's easy for me to say, hold on to them when they're doing well and they don't do well anymore. Everyone goes, oh, it's not your fault. If they do poorly and I say, hold on to it, and then they do poorly, then everyone gets upset at me. And I get it. Do what you want. Me, I have Jordan Hicks and I'm holding on because that is 99 on Jordan Hicks's fastball. And he's generally better than a 52% strike rate on the sinker. And he's not going to be facing the Phillies and the Yankees every single time, guys. So I'm going for this. It's a really good situation. He's at 105 pitches in this. Hold on to Jordan Hicks. That's what I would be doing. That is it for today. Thank you all so much for your support. Thanks for the ratings and reviews on iTunes. Again, they go so far for us. I appreciate you a ton. My name is Nick